Hi friends, we discussing the hydraulic actuators and components. So here we discuss the hydraulic motors, that is gear motors. So gear motor, so fall into the category of high speed, low torque motors. Its types are external gear motor, then internal gear motor. That is high speed. High speed means the rotation, the RPM of the shaft will be higher. Then the torque means the work to be completion state will be as usual. So here this is the torque. So here there is a two classification, external gear motors and internal gear motors. Whenever we go for torque means it especially used for transfer more load, more amount of load. If we want to go for more amount of load, we prefer high torque. If there is no much amount of load to be transferred means we prefer only low torque. So if torque as well as speed in the opposite sense. If we want more torque, the speed will be less. If we want torque low, means the speed will be more. So these are the things. It can be categorized, it's especially used in gear pumps, gear motors. So these are the two sets, that is external gear motors and internal gear motors. We first see something in detail about external gear motors. The gears are external to each other and meshed to produce movement. Both the gears are enveloped in a casing. So gears and housing are made and machined with very fine tolerances such that no leakage of hydraulic fluid occurs. Hydraulic fluid under pressure enters through inlet and pushes or forces the idler gear to rotate. The meshing and rotation of this gear makes the other one to rotate, and this driven gear is connected to the output shaft. So internal gear motors. There is one meshing gear inside the other one. The meshing of gears takes place within the bigger gear housing and the smaller gear inside its hollow space available. The gears are specially designed in such a way that the outer teeth surface of the inner gear is meshing with the inner surface of the outer gear. The inner gear having one teeth less than the outer gear and mounted a little eccentric to the outer gear. Oil gets entrapped between the spaces of the teeth and pushes the teeth and the gear begin to rotate. The driven gear is connected to the inner gear and the hydraulic drive is obtained. So next one is vane motors. Vane motors have slotted rotor mounted on a drive shaft which is driven by rotor. Vanes closely fitted into the rotor slots moves radially to seal against the cam ring. The ring has two major and two minor radial sections to balance the pressure developed. The pressurized fluid entering at the inlet ports move the rotor counterclockwise. The rotor transports the fluid to ramp openings at the outlet port to return to tank. If pressure is introduced at the outlet port, it will run the motor clockwise. Vane motors provide good operating efficiency but not as high as those of piston motors. However, vane motors generally cost less than piston motors of corresponding horsepower ratings. So piston motors falls under the category high torque and low speed. Its types are axial or inline piston, radial piston motors, bent axis. So high torque motor means we use piston motors. That is the concept here. So radial piston motors having cylinder barrel attached to the driven shaft. Barrel contains piston that reciprocate in a radial bores. Pressurized fluid flows through the spindle in the center of the barrel to drive the piston outward. The piston push against the reaction ring and the reaction forces rotate the barrel. When the center lines of the cylinder barrel and the housing coincide, there is no fluid flow and therefore the cylinder barrel stops. Moving the slide past center reverse the direction of motor rotation. So radial piston motors provide high torque at relatively low shaft speed. That's why we prefer. So if we want high torque, slow speed means we prefer only piston motors. Otherwise we prefer gear motors. Axial piston motors. Similar to principle in radial piston pump, but motion is axial. Inline piston motors generate torque through the pressure exerted on the ends of the piston that reciprocate in a cylinder block. The motor drive shaft and the cylinder block are centered on the same axis. The pressure at the ends of the pistons causes reaction against a tilted switch plate and rotates the cylinder block and motor shaft. These motors are built in fixed and variable displacement models. Efficiency characteristics similar to radial piston motors. Switch plate angle determines. Then bent axis piston motors. Develop torque through the reaction to pressure on a reciprocating piston. Here cylinder block and drive shaft are mounted on an angle to each other and reaction against the drive shaft flange. Speed and torque change with changes in the angle. So these are the certain representation or symbols used. The first one specifically the push button, second one is a spring, third one lever, fourth one solenoid, and fourth one roller limit switch, then pressure line, so last one written holes positions, it should be stationary one. Then hydraulic components. So what are the hydraulic components means DCV, that is directional control valve, FCV flow control valve, and PCV pressure control valve. The control components are devices used to control the flow, direction, flow rate and pressure in the hydraulic circuit. Based on function, control components are classified into directional control valve to change the direction of flow of oil, flow control valve to adjust the flow rate of oil, thereby reducing the speed of the actuator. Pressure control valve to control the pressure of the oil in the system. So these are the diagrams. So first one is the hydraulic system, second one pneumatic system, and next diagram shows the extension of system, then one retardation. So this is the 2 position valve, second one 3 position valve. So these are the circuit diagram for hydraulic circuits. So these are the 4x valve, load free in center, 4x2 valve, 4x3 valve, load isolated, then pneumatic valve with vent. So pneumatic valve often presented with unshaded arrowheads. These are the things. Then classifications of direction control valves based on construction: poppet valve, sliding spool valve, rotary spool valve, based on number of ports, 2-way valves, 3-way valves, 4-way valves. Then based on mode of actuation: manually operated directional valve, mechanically operated directional valve, then solenoid operated directional valves, then pilot operated directional control valve. These kind of valves we utilized. Based on the application, we can opt any one which is suit to the system or which one is essential for the circuit. That's why we can prefer. Then valves of direction control valves. So direction control valves categorized into check valves. If if the passage is allowed to extend further or proceed further. That's why we use check valves or push-in valves in a right location. Whenever in hydraulic flow the pressure will be will get reduced in certain places. That's why we need to increase the pressure. Based upon that, we have to provide the bend or any other component to be installed at the particular place to improve the performance of the system or circuit in a right way. Then shuttle valves we utilize there.